Polling is underway in Japan, and millions of Japanese citizens will vote for a snap election in which Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's Conservative Party is expected to cruise to a comfortable majority. Close to 1,200 candidates are fighting for 465 seats in Japan's more powerful lower house. Polls are being conducted a month after Abe called a snap election after facing continuous threat from North Korea. Thousands took to the streets in Buenos Aires demanding answers surrounding the death of a young protester who went missing in Argentina nearly 3 months ago. The protests come a day after Santiago Maldonado's family identified his body. Oppositions and rights groups believe state security forces took Maldonado as he participated in an indigenous rights protest in August. Catalan President Carles Puigdemont joined the thousands of protesters in Barcelona to protest Madrid's decision to sack the secessionist leadership of Catalonia and force the region into a new election. Protesters held banners and chanted slogans for independence. Speaker of the Catalan Parliament has called Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy's decision to fire Catalonia's government and force a new election a coup and an attack against democracy. Carme Forcadell has refused to accept the new measures. Spain's upper house of parliament is scheduled to vote on the plan next Friday, giving Madrid full control of Catalonia's finances, police and public media, and curbing the powers of the regional parliament. Following Catalonia's footsteps, two of Italy's richest regions are holding referendums on greater anatomy. Lombardy and Veneto are seeking semi-autonomy in order to gain more control over their finances and administration. Although legally non-binding, the referendums initiated by the two regions are consultative. But the exercise is being seen as the latest push by European regions to take power from the central government, whether it was Scotland in 2014, Brexit last year, and now Catalonia. People of Rome protested against racism. Under the banner, "No one is illegal," thousands showed their solidarity with refugees and immigrants. The anti-racism demonstration was called by human rights associations and non-government organizations to highlight the plight of migrants and their lack of rights in Italy and across Europe. Over 146,000 migrants have crossed the Mediterranean to Europe this year, according to the International Office of Migration, and 2,783 have died making the attempt. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is in Riyadh to attend a landmark meeting between officials from Saudi Arabia and Iraq aimed at improving relations between the two countries. Tillerson landed at King Salman Air Base and was received by the Saudi Foreign Ministry's Undersecretary for Protocol Affairs, Azam Al-Khain. Hundreds gathered to mourn victims of a militant attack on security forces in Egypt's western desert that killed at least 52. Mourners carried the coffins of police officers and conscripts who had been killed in gun battles on Friday. Egypt's security forces suffered one of their heaviest attacks when militants firing rockets and detonating explosives hit a police operation. Egyptian authorities said 2 police operations were moving in on a suspected militant hideout on Friday when one of the patrols came under fire from heavy weapons in a remote area around 135 kilometers southwest of Cairo. Military personnel, friends, and families gathered in Cooper City, Florida, for the funeral of Sergeant L.A. David Johnson, who died this month when his patrol was ambushed in Niger. The attack, which took place earlier this month, was allegedly carried out by a local Islamic State affiliate. 4, including Sergeant Johnson, were killed in the attack. U.S. President Donald Trump has said he has plans to allow the opening of a trove of long classified files on the assassination of former President John F. Kennedy. President Trump has said he has plans to allow this opening as John F. Kennedy was assassinated in November 1963 in Dallas, Texas. The U.S. government issued a rare public warning about hacking campaigns targeting energy and industrial firms. The Department of Homeland Security and the Federal Bureau of Investigation in a report have stated that the nuclear, energy, aviation, water, and critical manufacturing industries have been targeted along with government entities in attacks dating back to at least May. Agencies have warned of more such attacks in the future. Amidst worsening ties with America, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said that the U.S. cannot be called a civilized country, and after Ankara and Washington have cut back issuing visa to each other's citizens, this latest comment may further dash hopes of resolution to an ongoing diplomatic crisis between the NATO allies. Erdogan's remarks referred to the June 15th indictment of 13 Turkish security officials by a U.S. court, which allegedly linked them to a brawl outside the Turkish embassy in Washington during Erdogan's visit in May. After severe criticism, the World Health Organization is rethinking the appointment of Zimbabwe's President Robert Mugabe as a goodwill ambassador. WHO's Director General has said that they will issue a statement on the matter as soon as possible. The choice of Mugabe as an ambassador has been condemned globally. The British government has expressed shock over the appointment despite sanctions by the US and the European Union against him for human rights abuses. And now on to some news in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will today make the 19th trip to pole-bound Gujarat. This would be his third visit to the state in the month of October. The Prime Minister will land in Bhavnagar district, where he would inaugurate the first phase of the rupees 615 crore ferry service. Hoping to garner the support of various communities in Gujarat polls, the state Congress invited Patidar Kota star spearhead Hardik Patel, Thakur community leader Alpesh Thakur, and Dalit leader Jignesh Mevani to join hands with the party to defeat the ruling BJP. Apart from these leaders, the Congress also hinted at forging a pre-poll alliance with Sharad Pawar-led NCP and bringing on board the lone JDU MLA from the state, Chotu Vasava.